What's up, y'all? So we are here to show you Sunstone at Wellen Park. And just so you know, this is part two, but don't worry if this is the first video you're seeing. You can check out part one afterwards. We made this to stand alone on its own as well. So feel free to keep watching through to the end. We've got the link to part one in the notes down below, as well as we will link you to it at the end. So let's jump in, check out Sunstone at Wellen Park, and show you part two. We're showing you the single family homes today. The attached villas are what was in part one. So let's check it out. First of all, we're gonna show you where Sunstone is so that you know Sunstone and Wellen Park. So you know where it is that we're talking about if this is the first video you saw. So let's jump in, show you what that looks like. Then we're gonna show you the homes. We're gonna show you the amenities, talk pricing, fees, taxes, insurance, all that good stuff, so you know exactly what it would cost you to live here in Sunstone and Wellen Park. And this is one of my personal favorite neighborhoods here in Wellen Park. I feel like it is probably the best balanced community in terms of the amenities that are provided for you here, as well as keeping the fees quite reasonable compared to some of the neighborhoods that have the really outrageous amenities, country clubs, all that stuff, which if that's what you're looking for, of course, that's gonna be your spot. You're gonna pay for it. But if you don't need all that stuff, if you want clubhouse, community pool, fitness center, you want some really nice amenities, but don't wanna break the bank in terms of HOA fees, this is probably your spot. All right, so first off, let's take a look at where Sunstone and Wellen Park are. And so obviously, hopefully you know that we're talking about Florida. And hopefully you know we're talking about the Gulf Coast of Florida down in Southwest Florida. So as you can see, the big red pin here in the middle is about halfway between Tampa and Naples in terms of running down the coast there. So as we zoom in, you see Sarasota starts coming to focus. You see Venice and Inglewood right here. So those are going to be the closest beaches: Venice, Nokomis, Inglewood, Manasota Key, all of that. And then you've got Northport over here. So as we zoom in, you see this area. Sorry for the UPS store. They must be paying Google a ton of money to show up that far away when we're zoomed out that far. But as we zoom in here, you can see Mattamy Homes, Sunstone Lakeside. So that is actually one of the two neighborhoods. Sunstone is actually split kind of in half. They've got Sunstone and then Sunstone Lakeside. So as we zoom in here, you'll see that. And you can see Sunstone is pretty much, I don't know why it shows Wellen Park Golf and Country Club here, but that's not where it is. This is Sunstone down here, and this is Sunstone Lakeside up here. And you'll be able to see as we zoom in, there's a trail connecting the two, golf cart trail and walking trail to the shared amenities between the two. There's actually two sets of amenities. One is finished, the other one is in the works in construction right now. And you can see Cool Today Park, where the Atlanta Braves spring training stadium is right over here. And as we scroll up, State College of Florida here, Costco over here, and this is Downtown Wellen here with phase one already built. Kind of, you can see the first half looks like it's built. The other half looks like they're doing dirt work right now. That is under construction, and phase two is going in now around this big lake. So that's what you're looking at. That is Wellen Park in downtown Wellen. And so as we zoom out right here, the quickest way from Wellen Park, if you want to get to I-75, is either North River Road here. There's an exit there. Or up here to Jacaranda. There's an exit off 75 there, exit and entrance. If you're looking to get to the beaches, currently the quickest way to get to the beaches, because none of this southern stuff is done yet, as you can see, it's all raw land still. The quickest way to get to the beaches is either to come out somewhere here on 777 and come down and around here to 776 down to Manasota Key, Manasota Beach over here, or you come down 41 this way, around, come through here, and down 776 through the neighborhood down Minnesota. This is all Minnesota Beach Road that winds through here. And to the north end at Minnesota Key Beach so that's the north end of Minnesota Key. The beach is there. You got Blind Pass in the middle here. And this is the south end of Minnesota Key as well, with all the beaches down here. So, that's Englewood Beach. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank on what I'm even talking about there. So that's what you're looking at. That's where the beaches are. Closest airport depends on which direction you want to go, what airlines you want to fly. But over here in Punta Gorda, you have the Punta Gorda Airport, roughly ballpark 30 minutes away. If you fly Allegiant a lot, then that's a great location, super fast in and out because it's a small airport. Allegiant is the only airline that flies out of Punta Gorda, though. So if you fly any other airlines, then your quickest airport is going to be up here, the Sarasota Bradenton Airport, which is up in this area. Or if you want an even bigger airport, you got Tampa up there. You also have, I went too far, you have Fort Myers Airport down here. And then, if you need big airports, you got Tampa, you got Fort Lauderdale and Miami down this way, or you can go up here to Orlando. So there's a ton of different options in terms of airports. Accessibility, they're not super close. Like I said, Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte's about 30 minutes away. Sarasota, Bradenton's like 45 minutes. Fort Myers is about an hour. Tampa's about probably an hour and a half. Miami is probably Miami, Fort Lauderdale. There's 2 airports there. They're roughly 2.5 hours away. And Orlando is probably about 2.5, maybe 3 hours away. So within 3 hours, you've got a ton of airport options. And like I said, Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte within 30 minutes if you can fly Allegiant. So that's what you're looking at for airport access. If you're big on cruising, you've got the cruise terminal here in Tampa, as well as over here in Fort Lauderdale, Miami, or the one up here. Technically, they call it Orlando, but as you can see, Orlando is nowhere near the beach, so it's out this way. But most everybody I know either goes Miami, Fort Lauderdale, or Tampa. So that's what you're looking at for location. If we zoom back in here, I'm going to show you real quick in downtown Wellen. Like I said, you got the Costco over here. You've got a Publix in here where it says a UPS store. That is in the Publix shopping center. You've got all kinds of restaurants here along the waterfront, including the food truck park, which is cool right in here. And yeah, so that's what you're looking at in terms of amenities here in Wellen Park right now. Or you can shoot over here to Venice and pop in. Here's downtown Venice, Venice Beach, Casperson Beach. All of that's great locations. Yes, there is a little Venice airport. If you are in the position well off enough to have your own plane, then you got the private airport at Venice Airport if you want to fly in there. So that's what you're looking at. That is the area. All right, so now that you know where Sunstone and Wellen Park is, let's go check out these model homes. All right, so we are here checking out next. We're moving into the single family homes. These are the first 2 are the 40-foot wide homes, and then we're gonna check out the 50-foot wide homes. This is the Pelican. This one is 2 and a flex room, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, just under 1,800 square foot. Really nice home. They've got it set up as a 3-bedroom. Let's check it out. So again, this is one of the 40-foot wide homes. You're gonna have a narrow foyer. It's gonna feel like you're kind of walking into a hallway. That's just the way most of these feel. They're kind of narrow homes, but it is what they are. Here's your half bath right here by the front door. Then big closet, linen closet, coat closet, whatever you want to use it as. 2-car garage here. Typical 2-car garage. AC closet. Now this is a huge AC closet. Quite frankly, I don't know why it's so big, but it is. Plenty of room for storage as well as the air conditioner. Then as we move further into the home, you got your laundry room right here, which this is an all ages family friendly community. So beneficial if you have kids to have it right here, because this is where your kids' rooms are. If you are retired, then the master is at the back of the house. The primary suite is at the back of the house. It makes it a little bit of a long trip with the laundry basket, but that's what you got. Here's your kids or guests bath and 1 bedroom. Again, they put a queen size bed in this one. It would be a little bit tight with a dresser here, but with a full wouldn't necessarily be that big of a deal. And then this one, they've got decorated as a den or music studio or office. It's got a walk-in closet, but plenty of room here. You can pop the bed in there. You'd have plenty of room for a dresser or probably even this desk still. So yeah, that one's a little bit bigger. Then you come into the great room, big dining space, nice great room area, big kitchen. Again, this one shows you the 42-inch upper cabinets with the crown molding, quartz countertops, tile backsplash. Nice kitchen, nice house, pantry. And a big primary suite. King size bed, plenty of room with the nightstands on either side. Got the bench at the foot of the bed. Plenty of room for, this is 1 dresser. You can put a bigger dresser in here, no problem. In fact, I feel like it would look better if there was a bigger dresser in there because it looks kind of small in that space there. But that's me. Oh, this is nice. Separate vanities. I'm a fan. I know my wife and I, we had a single countertop, double vanity, and couldn't stand it because her stuff constantly encroached on my side. So I prefer the split vanities. That's your throne room over there. This is your linen closet here. That is a very big linen closet there. Nice shower, not too big, but not too small, but oh man, they messed this one up, didn't they? Why, whoa, hold up. No, I'm looking at it wrong. Doors over here, my bad, they got it right. Handles on the door side, reach in, turn the water on, don't get sprayed by the cold water coming from over there, and you've got a niche, which is also a niche, not an itch. And a nice walk-in closet. I'm sorry, y'all, you gotta see me in the mirror sometimes. They got mirrors all over the place and my hair is a wild mess because I've been driving around with the window open, wind in my hair, because it is February in Florida and it is beautiful, and why would anybody need to use air conditioning when it is so nice out? So here's your standard lanai. Again, if you wanna do bigger, you can do bigger. You can add an extended lanai if you want. You can do a pool after the fact, not a problem. In fact, the one next door has a pool. You could do it. Plenty of room. And the lake's got a water feature. Check out that view. Big old fountain. Like the fountains, like the noise. It's really nice. White noise to sit out there and enjoy. So that is the Pelican. All right, so what'd you think of that Pelican floor plan? You like it? Drop it in the comments below, let us know. And one thing I want to tell you before we look at the other single family home models here, please, please, please make sure that you contact us first if you see a home that you like or you feel like Sunstone is the spot for you. Or if you feel like it's not, contact us for that too. You can call us, text us, the number's on the screen here. But please contact us first. We're telling you who the builder is. We're telling you where the neighborhood is. Don't take that to mean that you should just go there and talk to them, because the representatives that work for the builder, while they're super friendly and helpful, they work for the builder. Their job is to get the builder the best deal possible when selling these homes. Our job is to represent you and help you get the best deal possible. And because we bring so many clients to these builders, they send us specifically extra discounts and incentives. They give us a heads up on deals that they're offering first, specifically for our clients, because they want to incentivize us to help bring clients to them. So please call us first. That's the only way you get these extra incentives, is if you contact us first. Once you go to the builder directly, if you go to them before us, you actually forfeit your rights to have anybody help and represent you. And it's not just about the deal. It's about knowing the contracts, knowing where the pitfalls are when you build a home versus buying something that is already under construction. There's a lot of different ways that you can buy a home with these builders, and we can help you navigate all that stuff. We do this stuff all the time. So please, please, please make sure you call us or text us first. Get a hold of us. Let us get everything lined up for you so that we can help you with the contract. You don't end up with any surprises of, oh, the home's not done when we expected it to, now we're homeless for a few months, or it's done earlier than we expected, and now they want us to close, we haven't sold our other home. All of these things are things that happen to people when they build new homes all the time. We can help you navigate all of that stuff, and we can help make sure you get the best deal possible. We just found out about a client who we had been talking to, but they told us they didn't want to look at new homes, because we can do existing homes as well. They told us they didn't want to look at new homes. They ended up going to the builder without us. We found out afterwards they paid $80,000 more than somebody else that we helped buy an almost identical home in that same neighborhood 1 week before. So please don't let that be you. Call us, text us, let us help. Now, let's go check out these other models. All right, we are still here at Sunstone, Mattamy Homes, Sunstone, Wellen Park. Taking a look, this is the second model home, second single family model home, the second in the 40-foot series, the C branch, just over 1,900 square foot, 3 bedrooms plus a flex room, 2 bath, 2 car garage. Let's go check it out. This one's got a cute little front porch here. Can sit out here and wait for the kids to come home from school. Who's got time for that, right? So let's take a look. First things first, we got a little drop zone right here by the front door, and oh, I'm sorry you don't have internet connection. Guess where this comes in from? The garage. So drop zone spot right here, and this is actually, I really like this design. Like, it's not very common that you have the garage door and the front door coming into the house in virtually the exact same spot. So like, if you're out running around the neighborhood, having fun, playing at the amenities, whatever, you're just walking, you're probably coming in the front door. But when you're coming home from work or, you know, whatever, you're out driving the car, you're outside of the neighborhood, you're probably coming in from the garage. And either way, you can set up a drop zone right here. You can have all kinds of cool little cubbies and features and drawers and cabinets and stuff like that that would make that a really, really nice spot to be able to plop things. And then no matter which way you go, it's all right there. So here's the laundry room with a linen closet or spare pantry, whatever you want to use it as, right here. I will say I'm not nearly as big a fan of that design feature. Why would you want your laundry right by the front door when there's no bedrooms here? Here's your AC closet. Much more appropriately sized AC closet. I like that better. Just have the AC in there. You don't need to go in there except for when it needs service, filter change, stuff like that. Then you come in, everything spread out. Once you make it in from the foyer and kind of the hallway that you have as a foyer, you come right into the heart of the home. You've got your kitchen here, which rolls right into your dining and right into your great room. Let's check out the pantry. This is another setup with the corner pantry, so it's gonna be a walk-in. I really like the walk-in pantries. It's just so, it doesn't really take up any more floor space per se in the construction. Oh, that's nice. Pull out trash can built into the cabinets there. And that's soft close. But those aren't. They got under cabinet lighting, subway tile, 42-inch upper cabinets. Nice island, dining area, great room, plenty of space. Let's see what we got here. Oh, here's the guest and kids quarters. So we'll start here. First bedroom. That one's tight, not gonna lie. That's I think that's a full, maybe it's a queen. But there's probably enough room for a dresser there, but that's about it. That's a pretty tight bedroom, I will say that. Here's another bedroom. This one they turned into a workout studio, cycle room. Got the stretchy bands, got the yoga mat, got the closet over there, so it is a bedroom. And here is your guest or kids bathroom. This is nice, bigger vanity, got some drawers, got some extra cabinets. This one's got the tub shower combo, can always be swapped out for a walk-in shower. Got a nice big linen closet in there. Still got the 9.5-foot ceilings, 8-foot doors. That's always nice. That really helps the home feel bigger, having those taller doors and taller ceilings. Here's the den or flex room. Works nice as an office. It is a little bit small. There is, I don't think, any way that you're converting this into a 4th bedroom. I mean, you could use it, decorate it as a 4th bedroom. Oh, I didn't see that. That's cool. That's Cool Today Park. That is the spring training on the right. That's the spring training home of the Braves, if you couldn't see that in giant letters on the billboard that I wasn't reading. And then there's Truist Park in Atlanta, which is their actual regular season home. Nice size great room. This has got a nice big lanai. I like that. And then here's your primary suite. And big, look, you got like a whole dance floor here. You have a party in the primary bedroom. Nice tray ceiling. Oh my Lord, that is a massive shower too. Party in the bedroom, party in the shower. You're having parties everywhere in this house. This one's got a better vanity than the last one. You got room for the drawers. Oh, not the last one. The last one was split. I like that. It was the bigger villa that didn't have the drawers. So, nice big shower, got the bench, got the niche, got the handle away from the shower head, got the throne room over here. I know you can't see the toilet there, it's peeking out. And wow, this is a big, like, normally I describe them as a bedroom or not quite a bedroom size. This is like a hallway. Cool. Let's go check out that lanai. Much bigger lanai on this one. It's like probably at least double what the other ones were. So plenty of room, nice big table, lots of chairs. There's one with a pool again if you want to see what pool would look like if you wanted to add a pool. Obviously that house is not as deep as this house, so you may not be able to go quite as far out with the deck. That's a really, off the back of the house, that's a really long distance compared to what most pools look like in this area. But that one's in a situation where you can do it. This one you probably wouldn't be able to go quite so far off the back of the house with, but there is plenty of room for a pool here if you wanted. All right, so what'd you think of the C branch? Now you've seen the two largest of the 30-foot wide homes that go on 40-foot wide home sites here in Sunstone. Which one do you like better, C branch or the Pelican? Drop it in the comments, let us know. Again, if you've seen the home you like already, give us a call, shoot us a text, numbers on the screen. And also keep in mind, if you weren't really a fan of either one of these, you felt like they were too big, there are 3 other floor plans in this series that are all a little bit smaller than these two. They didn't have furnished models of them, but they do have them available for sale. So hit us up if you think these are a little bit too big. If you think they're too small, don't worry. We're about to go check out the 40-foot wide homes that are a little bit bigger. You can't see it. I can't zoom out far enough if I wanted to because they got this walkway so close to the house. But this is the first of the 50-foot wide model homes they have here at Sunstone at Lakewood Ranch. And this has a very, very unique front elevation, which we don't see here in Southwest Florida hardly at all. We see it on some of the custom homes, but this is the first like big production builder that I've seen something like this on, and I kind of like it. I don't know if I like it or if I just like it because it's different, but it's interesting. So this is the Glades model. This is a 3-bedroom plus a flex room, 2-bath, 2-car garage, just over 2,000 square feet. Got a nice front porch on this one. Nice big porch. Got a pretty deep entryway here. Which means you've got a shorter foyer, which is kind of nice. Now, this is wider than the 40-foot homes that we've just come from. So 10-foot wider home, which means you've got more space, so you can do a wider foyer. I also like with the front door set back into the home like this one is, it makes that foyer shorter when you walk in, so it doesn't feel quite so much like a hallway. So right here at the front of the house, we have the 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. So this is laid out more like a lot of the other builders, very similar, kind of a traditional home design here in Southwest Florida, you know, trying to maximize usable space, minimize expenses with like every bathroom costs a lot more money to build than like a bedroom does because you got all the extra plumbing and wet area and stuff like that you gotta account for. So since this one only has 2 bathrooms, it makes the most sense to put the bedrooms right here next to the bathroom. So of course they've got the privacy and the quiet and easy access from the bedroom to the bathroom. Much nicer sized bedrooms in this home. It's incredible how much, like literally the difference in square footage is like 10 square feet. But because the home is 10 feet wider all the way down, it makes it more of a square shape instead of a longer, skinnier rectangle. And it does make a significant difference in the space and how you can use it and room sizes and everything. The downside is it's also significantly more expensive because you've got a bigger footprint, wider footprint to deal with, and it takes up more land. So you've got a bigger lot that you have to put it on too. So this is a nice, really nice size room, plenty of room. You got the dresser, you got the queen size. Oh, that's a full size bed, but still there's plenty of room if you wanted to do a queen size bed in here. You got the 2 nightstands. Here's your kids or guest bathroom. This one, again, you got the tub shower combo. You can do it with a walk-in shower if you prefer that. Here's one with a queen size bed, 2 nightstands. There's no dresser, but there's plenty of space here. If you look on the side of the nightstand over here, the model homes, the decorators are always going to put the bed right in the center of the wall that it's on because, you know, some symmetry. but I would shove everything over that way a little bit closer to the window. You still have plenty of space over there. And then you can put the dresser over here on this wall, or you could bring the bed this way and put the dresser under the window, depending on whether you have like a mirror or something on the back of it, whatever. But plenty big enough room to have the flexibility to put more furniture in there if needed. So over here, now we have, again, wider home. You got a little extra space, nice drop zone or dog. My kids are gonna love this. Gus is our dog's name. So they will like to see that Gus has some cookies here, although our dog is much smaller than that Gus, and those cookies he would have a tough time with. 2-car garage, nothing special, nothing crazy there. Again, hurricane shutters instead of impact glass here at Sunstone. If you're comparing Sunstone to Brightmoor, Brightmoor, of course, being the 55 and over community, is basically right across the street from Sunstone. They've got impact glass doors and windows standard on those. These are come standard with shutters. And wow, this is a really nice flex room. Big room, plenty of space. This one, I'll have to look at the plans to see. I would bet that they offer this to be available as a 4th bedroom, because there's plenty of room in here to add a closet and still have a good sized bedroom. So that's a nice room. Like the setup there though, as a like little sitting area, extra TV room. Could be a game room for the kids or something like that. If you got 2 kids, you don't need a spare bedroom. Could easily be a gaming room, private, quiet, separate from the main living area. So when they're having fun screaming and yelling at the game, they're not bothering you. Here's your laundry room. There is the low voltage panel. There's your AC. Nothing special or fancy there. And look at this great room. Nice, big, wide open. Really like it. Dining room tucked back in here. And that's a ton of space for a dining room. Plenty of space there. Very nice. I like this layout. Good kitchen. Doesn't feel to me like it takes up as much square footage as some of the others that we've seen in smaller homes. Feels like a better use of space to me. Plenty of cabinets, plenty of counter space. Got the corner pantry that I love so much, but it just doesn't eat into the living area. Still got the space here. Some of their homes, they don't do it in all of them, but some of them they do a really good job. And this is one of them where I made this joke in one of the Brightmoor videos, but if you're not comparing Brightmoor because you're not over 55, then you don't care so much. But one of the things that I have seen many people test out in these homes as I've been working through them and selling them and everything is some people that do a lot of cooking and cook for the holidays and stuff like that, they will actually open the oven, bend over like they're putting something in to see if they hit their butt on the island behind us, and it knocks them off balance and they almost fall into the oven. Actually had a woman one time tell me that she burned herself that way, and that's how she learned, and she would never buy another house that didn't have enough space here because she fell forward, had something in her hand, the oven was already preheated, and the only thing she could do to stop herself was put her hand on the inside of the oven door while it was open. So that can actually be a safety hazard, believe it or not, but all the silly things that are building code requirements, that is not one of them. But it's nice, like when you have this extra space, if you got 2 people, especially working in the kitchen, moving back and forth, trying to get past each other, having that extra foot or 2 there to leave you some space. And then let's go into the primary suite. Again, huge, plenty of room, could hold a party. Look at all this. Chair, plenty of room for a big dresser. Could put another dresser or a chest of drawers over here. All this space, very, very nice. Big walk-in shower and finally, with all this space for a shower, they finally set it up. You got 2 shower heads. I like it. Here's the throne room. Not a fan of this vanity. Not enough space in there, need some drawers in the middle, but I guess you can't have everything. And this closet is very similar to the last closet. Maybe not quite as long, but it's like a hallway. But big, plenty of space, lots of stuff. Those of you with all the clothes. Good closet for you, right? Okay, now let's see if we can go. Oh, good, they cut it. I was gonna say, let's see if we can go outside without setting off the stupid pool alarm. It's a nightmare, but that's okay. They cut it so we can go outside and don't have to worry about it because there's probably been a million people setting the thing off. So here is one with a pool. Like I said, when we were in the last video, if you were watching it in the last model home, this is an extra big pool deck and cage. Typically most normal pools are not going to be this big. Not the pool won't be this big. I mean, it's a kind of a big pool too, but the deck from here, from the wall out to the edge of the pool, is extra long on this particular home. So, but it's a good example of what you could potentially do depending on which home you pick. But I mean, look at this thing. Like this bench is massive. There's couch, plenty of covered lanai space. Very, very nice standard lanai. And the home's not that deep. So there's plenty of room back there to do that bigger pool. So how about that Glades plan? What'd you think? A little bit bigger, wider home. Really, to me, that great room area feels much, much wider, which is one of the big reasons that I really like this home. And it's got a really nice big lanai. So what'd you think? Drop it in the comments, let us know. Reach out if this is the one for you. But you might want to stick around because this next floor plan, there is a steal of a deal available right now. So if you happen to be ready to buy something and you think Sunstone's the spot, maybe you're not particular on floor plan, or you are, and this just happens to be the one that fits. It wasn't this Glades, it's the next one coming up. So you're going to want to check this out, and you're definitely going to want to stick around, see the amenities, and talk about, hear what we got to say about pricing and all that, because there is an incredible deal on this next one. All right, next up, and this is the last model home here that we have at Sunstone. This is the Pinnacle. This is the largest of the single story homes that they offer here at Sunstone. 4 bedrooms plus a flex room, 3 full baths, 2-car garage, just under 2,400 square feet. And I don't remember the names of the front elevations on these homes, but I'm gonna guess this is called the Craftsman. It's got that shaker shingle look from the old Craftsman homes. Kind of a cool little design touch. Nice front porch here. Let's come on in and take a look at it. Again, being one of the 50-foot wide homes, I really appreciate when builders do little things to make life easy. This got auto close springs on the front door, so I don't have to close the door behind me. I just let it go and it closes. Anyways, so a little bit wider foyer. This is a bigger home by quite a bit from the last one that we just looked at, so it is deeper. Also, the front door is at the very front of the house. It's not recessed into the house at all. So it does make it feel a little bit more like a long hallway than the last one, although not as bad as in the 40s because it's a wider 50-foot home. So this one's got 3 full baths, 3 bedrooms. So you got a bedroom here. I think it was 3 bedrooms. No, is this one 4 bedrooms plus? Yeah, this one's 4 bedrooms plus a flex, ain't it? Yeah, it is. My mistake. But anyways, really nice sized room, great guest bedroom, got the dresser here, got plenty of space, got a queen size bed, 2 nightstands, got the closet. How exciting can I make a guest bedroom be, right? Here's your guest bath, vanity, toilet over there in the corner, decent sized shower, not a big bathroom by any stretch, but good enough, except they put the shower valve underneath the shower head. Drives me crazy. Wouldn't do it, don't like it. I'd make them move it over there on that wall. Can't put it on that wall because that's a concrete block wall. There's no room in there, but you can put it over there. Coulda, shoulda. Got the vanity here, or vanity, linen closet. And then we'll pop off to the right here. This is gonna be your door in from the garage, 2-car garage. Got the hurricane shutters out there. Other than that, pretty standard, nothing special. This is gonna be the AC closet. I can hear it. Big, again, big closet. Extra storage space, that's nice. A little bit larger laundry room than what some of the other ones have been. You've got the washer and dryer, you got cabinets overhead, you got room for extra cabinets and a sink over here. Here is that flex room, den, whatever you want to call it. Good size room. I don't know if they offer this one as a potential bedroom or not. I would have to look at the floor plan and check it out. I cannot remember off the top of my head. Too many things to remember, too many houses we're looking at. This is the 6th model home that we're showing you here in this neighborhood if you have lost track. And there are a ton of different floor plans that they offer. They do have 2 stories here, so they do have even bigger homes than this. This is really interesting. So the kitchen's tucked back over here and there's another bedroom back there. I haven't actually been in this home before, so I'm seeing it for the first time just like you are. We're gonna step back here and give you a view of the whole thing, but normally the primary bedroom door is gonna be over there on that side of the wall, but it's not. That's the, there's no doorway over there. So we're gonna get into the primary bedroom over this way somehow. This one's got the gourmet kitchen, so they do still offer the gourmet kitchen here as an option in Sunstone. It's just like they offer it in Brightmoor. If you've been paying attention, if you watch the Brightmoor tour, I keep talking about it because it's the same builder, similar finishes, similar homes. They do have a higher level of standard finish that they start with over there than here. But that's a 55 and over neighborhood. Not soft close. Where this one's all ages. And again, not that you have an oven that you got to worry about. You got these pull-out drawers here, like I just talked about in the last one, but still you've got more space here between the island and the cooktop. So if you're hosting your family gatherings like we do as our family, we always have everybody coming to our house, multiple people running around the kitchen, trying to handle food, hot stuff, passing each other and all that. It's nice to have a little extra room for 2 people to squeeze past each other there. Again, built-in wall oven and microwave here. Very nice. Showed you the pantry. That's the primary back there. Here's the other 2 bedrooms right here. Not a huge fan of them being so close to the primary bedroom, but they are kind of, even though the doors are close, they're kind of separated, and you'll see what I mean here in a minute. Like I said, this is my first time in this house, but I caught it. Oh my God, what is with my hair? These people must think I'm crazy when they meet me, all these new home consultants from the builders looking at me like, what is wrong with you? So anyways, nice big bedroom here. Got kind of a little small walk-in closet there. Here's the other kids' guest bathroom right here. Another linen closet next to the bathroom. The other bedroom here, obviously this one's into fishing. Got a big old jar of bobbers, got all the fish stuff on the wall. Again, really nice sized bedroom, plenty of room in here. Still got room to get by between the dresser and the bed. Not quite as big of a closet. Oh look, This one got Best Feature 2023 Parade of Homes. I wonder what feature it was. And here's the primary bedroom. So you come back here, got a nice big walk-in closet right here. Got the bedroom here. Again, huge bedroom, like the windows on both sides of the bed. That's a very nice feature. I do appreciate that. And here is your bathroom. Big linen closet, throne room, vanity, big enough vanity, got the drawers in the middle. Not so big of a shower, but if you don't, I mean, how big of a shower do you really need? Still got the nice little bench. Not a fan of the handle under the shower head though. But that's where the door is, so it's not a big shower, so you can reach in and get it without getting too wet. So, all good. Let's go check out the lanai on the pinnacle here. What's that look like? I'll pop back over here, give you a shot from the other side of the great room. Wellen Park at night. And standard lanai, not quite as big, but it's more square, it is deeper. Got a little extension on it, so that gives you an idea of something you could do if you don't care about a pool, but want a little more space, want a little sunshine out there, but still to be screened in. Very nice, there you go. That is the pinnacle. That is our last home here. We will take you to show you the amenities next. So what'd you think of that pinnacle? You like it? If so, stick around and listen to pricing because there is a steal. Just like I told you before, there is a fantastic deal on this particular floor plan. But before we get into pricing, we want to show you the amenities because, as I always say, finding a home living here in Southwest Florida, more than a lot of other places, it is actually not the home that is the most important thing in finding your perfect home. What is the most important thing is finding the right lifestyle for you. People come to Southwest Florida for a specific lifestyle. It's not always the same lifestyle, believe it or not. So that's why it's super important to check out the amenities, to know about the area. That's why we do the map tours. We want to show you what life is really going to be like here in Southwest Florida, not just the home, because you can find a pretty home pretty much anywhere, but you can't always find the lifestyle you want. So let's go check out these amenities. Then we'll show you pricing. We'll tell you about this ridiculous deal on the pinnacle. Ooh, I almost forgot to mention, by the way, that these were two of the single family 40-foot wide plans, but this is an all ages community. There are 2 stories as well. So if you need a bigger home, they have 40-foot wide floor plans all the way up to about 2,800 square feet. And Sunstone Lakeside, which, remember when I showed you on the map, there's the pathway that connects the 2 communities. There's clubhouses and community pools. Sunstone's already has its done. Lakeside, they're building the amenities there now. Lakeside actually has larger 50-foot wide 3-car garage floor plans. Unfortunately, they didn't have any models for us to show you, but they do have some larger single-story 3-car garage plans as well, and even a couple of 2 stories also. So if you need a bigger home, up to about 3,000 square feet is the biggest in Lakeside, or you need that 3-car garage, they have them here as well. So make sure you hit us up if that's what you're looking for, and don't think that they don't have it just because you didn't see the models. They just didn't have any models for us to show you when we were filming. Now, let's go check out those amenities. All right, let's go check out the amenities. That's the clubhouse straight ahead. Now there will be a second amenity center as well. This is the first one. There's a second one that is under construction. But if you can see over here, very golf cart friendly. All of Wellen Park, super, super golf cart friendly. Very popular here in the neighborhood. So here we are at the clubhouse and amenity center at Sunstone in Wellen Park. Over here, you've got an event lawn where they do host events, live music, all kinds of stuff. This is the clubhouse. This is the first amenity center. This one is done and open. There is a second one under construction now. Not open yet, so we can't really see it, but let's go check this one out. Show you what you get here. As you can see from the parking lot over here, super golf cart friendly. All of Wellen Park is very, very golf cart friendly. So as we come in here, we've got the office. Not open at the moment, but you've got an office, you've got on-site property management, you've got restrooms right here. You've got an event kitchen. So kitchen setup, prep, serving area. Not a full kitchen. You do have a microwave so you can heat some stuff up. You got the sink, you got the counter space, you got the cabinets, you got a fridge to keep stuff cold, you got a bar area, but no stove, oven, anything like that. It's not a full-blown commercial kitchen. You're not gonna be doing cooking or anything over here. You do have these sliding doors that you can close it off. You got coffee with the Keurig. Really nice event space, big screen TV on the wall. You can reserve this for private parties. You've got the outdoor patio area out there that wraps around the back. Through here is the fitness center. Go check that out. Drinking fountain, bottle refilling station. Got yoga studio, stretch bands, ropes. Got some dumbbells in here. You got yoga mats. You got the rowing machine. So you got this area here. You got cubbies to store your stuff. Doors into the restroom here as well. And here is the fitness center. Tons of cardio equipment. You got the machines. You got all the dumbbells. You got the mirrors so that you can watch yourself do it right. And out here, you've got the resort style pool. Got more patio space, you've got umbrellas, you got recliners, you got lounge chairs, you got everything. You got the outdoor bar area as well, so you can have a party out there. You got pool restrooms out there. It's got the beach entry right here. You've got the sunshade over the pool, which is really nice. So you can be in the water and be in the shade all at the same time. We'll go take a quick spin. I don't want to go too close and get people on camera that don't want to be on camera and all that. So we're not going to go all the way out there because, as you can see, there's plenty of people. And I think you can get a view from over here. So that's it. That's the amenities that are here now. Like I said, you got more coming in the very near future. Already under construction, coming along. Got the golf carts. Seems like a lot of people like the same cart design in different colors. Once one person gets a cool cart, then everybody wants a cool cart, right? So that's what you got. All right, so you've seen all the homes, you've seen the amenities. Now let's talk pricing, what it's gonna cost for you to buy a home here and continue living here. So we're gonna talk prices, we're gonna talk fees, taxes, insurance, all that good stuff. Now, There's a ton of single family homes here, ton of different options, 3 different series of homes, like 5 to 6 different floor plans, 7 different floor plans in each series. I'm gonna try to go through it. I've got a huge list of notes here. So I'm gonna make it as quick as possible, but there are some ridiculous deals here right now. So if you're ready to buy something now, call us, because the deals probably are not gonna get better. I know you've probably seen the national news, you've seen all over the place. Southwest Florida is the worst housing market in the entire country, all that good stuff. Well, guess what? When it gets to national news, what that means is we're at the bottom, or we're pretty darn close to it. That's what happened back when the market crashed. They were talking about worst housing markets in the world in Southwest Florida back in 2009. Well, guess what? We were at the bottom. So the likelihood, and we've seen month over month, or I'm sorry, year over year sales volume increases, which means we have sold more homes May of 2025 than May of 2024, June of 2025 than June of 2024, July of 2025 over July of 2024, and August of 2025 over August of 2024. Now, September's numbers aren't out yet because they come out a month later, but that's what we've seen 4 months in a row in Southwest Florida in just about all the different markets that I cover in Southwest Florida. 4 months in a row now of sales increasing. That is a leading indicator. The trailing indicator is prices starting to shift. Some of the builders we've seen reducing the incentives. So right now, they've still got great incentives. They've still got quite a bit of inventory here. So if this is something you're interested in, if this is the neighborhood, I would jump on it sooner rather than later. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk. So the 30-foot wide homes, the narrow single family homes that we showed you, I think there were 2. Yeah, the Pelican and the Sea Branch. So those were the 2 biggest ones. There are 3 smaller ones. The first one is the Edgemont. That's the smallest at 1,506 square feet. 2 bedroom plus a den, 2 bath. Base price, and I'm going to say this because I say it in every video. So if you've watched other videos, I apologize for you got to hear it again. But base price, when I talk base price is the price that shows up on their price sheet. It does not tell you what you're actually going to pay for the home. That's what they advertise. So please don't expect to walk in the door and pay base price. That's the number that they advertise on their signs out in front of the community to get you to stop and come in. Typically, there's going to be a home site premium. There's going to be options and upgrades. And Mattamy is one of those builders that offers a lot of opportunity to personalize a home, which means there's a lot of options and upgrades too. So be prepared for that. Don't expect that the base price is what you're going to pay. However, some of these quick move-in deals, they're actually lower than the base price or very close to it. So that tells you what kind of deals they're doing. So base price on the Edgemont, 1,500 square feet, 2 bed and a den, 2 bath, $411. Now, typical build prices, and I tell you this to give you an idea of what you can expect to pay if you are to build from scratch. Typical build prices are going to run between $450 and $500. The Greenway is the next one up. It's about 100 square foot bigger at $1,600. This one is 2 and a den as well, but you can do that den as a 3rd bedroom if you want a true 3 bedroom. It's going to have 2 baths. It's going to have a 2-car garage. Base price $425. Build price you're looking $475 to $525. They have a quick move-in of one of these Greenways. The build price on it was on the higher end, $496, $636. It is reduced to $422. So below the base price, just a little. But that's with home site premium, with all the options and everything that they added into it, which, like I said, typical build price in the $450 or $475 to $525. This one's pretty much right in the middle at about $500 there. $74,000 discount is huge. Next one's the Passage. It's a little over 1,700 square foot. Again, come standard is 2 and a den. You can turn that den into a 3rd bedroom. 2 baths, 2-car garage. Base price on that one, $443. Typical build price, you're going to be $500 to $560. They have 2 quick move-ins there. One of them is set up as a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's also got a Lakeview home site. Build price on it was $516, so closer to the lower end of the build out price. But that's reduced all the way down to $428, so that's an $88,000 discount. You're talking almost a 20% discount on some of these homes. The other quick move-in was built as a 2 and a den. It was $526, reduced to $441, so that's an $85,000 discount on that one. Then the Pelican, which we showed you, 1,800 square foot, again 2 and a den, can be converted to a true 3-bedroom, and that's the one with 2.5 baths, which a lot of people really like and is very hard to find in these smaller square footage homes. A lot of people like having that extra half bath for visitors that are not staying overnight. Base price on that one's $451. Typical build price is going to be in the $510 to $570, $575 range. They do have a quick move in of that one, which is also a really good deal. It was built out as a 3-bedroom, was build price on it, again, kind of towards the lower end, so not a ton of options, not a real expensive home site premium. $521, it's reduced down to $437, so another $80,000+ discount on that one. And then the C branch, which is the bigger one we showed you, 1,900 square feet, 3 and a den or 4-bedroom, 2-bath, base price $463, typically going to build between $525 and $600. They don't have any quick move-ins of that one. All right, now let's talk HOA fees. So on the single family homes on the 40s, you're looking at HOA fees of $376 a month. Or I'm sorry, I said 40s because this sheet shows lot size, not home width size like we were talking about. So 30s, I apologize, 30s, $376 a month. Taxes, including CDD and everything, are gonna run in the ballpark of like $7,000 to $9,000, depending on what floor plan. You get into the big 2 stories, you're talking $600,000 to $700,000. Then you're talking more like $10,000 to $11,000 a year in taxes. Insurance is gonna run somewhere in the ballpark of around $1,800 to $2,000 a year, probably on the smaller homes, no pool. You add a pool, figure probably another $500 a year for insurance, and you get into the big 2 stories, then you're talking $3,000 to $4,000 a year. So anywhere from, I would say, $2,000 to $4,000 a year, depending on where in the spectrum you're at in terms of houses. And taxes, you're going to be anywhere from the like 6, 7-ish to 12. Again, depending on where you're at in the pricing spectrum. On the 40s, if you're in the Sunstone side, your HOA fees are going to be $388 a month. You're going to be about $400 a month on the Lakeside side. So a little bit bigger yards, a little more lawn maintenance, landscaping and all that goes along with it. So the HOA fees are a little higher on the bigger home sites. So that's what you're looking at for HOA fees, taxes, insurance, all that good stuff. All right, so now let's jump into these 40 and 50 foot wide homes. We're gonna group them together because the 40s, you actually have the option to go either on the Sunstone side or the Lakeside side, and the 50s only go on the Lakeside. So Sunstone, the main part of the community, is the villas, the 30s and the 40s, and then Lakeside, you can do the 40s or the 50s. And because the home sites are wider on Lakeside, and so that allows you, the nice thing is if you decide to go with a 40, you can put that in Lakeside on the wider home site, you get extra space between you and your neighbors. So it's a cool option. It does cost a little bit more. The HOA fees are a little bit higher on the Lakeside. But let's jump into it. Let's talk about it now. The 2 model homes that we showed you were both 40s. They're the Glades and the Pinnacles. So we're going to get to those in a minute, but there is one smaller one called the Cascades. It's a little smaller than the Glades at 1,900 square feet, so very similar in square footage to the largest of the 30s, that C branch. So C Branch does tend to be a little bit more popular because it's less expensive and you still get the same basic square footage, same number of garages, all that, and the HOA fees are a little lower as well. But 1,900 square foot, it is 3 in a den or 4 bedroom, so you do have that flexibility. It's 2 bathrooms still. Base price on that one, $483 for Sunstone, $508 for Lakeside. So you can see there's a $15,000 difference for the larger home site. So those typically run, that's base price. Your build price is going to run somewhere between $575 and $650, depending on which side of the neighborhood you put it on and all that. The Glades, which you saw the model home of, that's the smaller of the 40s, 2,000 square feet, 3 in a den, 3 in a den or 4 bedroom. And that 2,000 square foot range is a really popular square foot range for a lot of the builders. So 3 in a den or 4 bedroom, 2 bath or 3 bath. So when you add the 4th bedroom, when you convert the den to a 4th bedroom, you also get a 3rd bathroom. Base price on that one is either $512 or $521. Build price typically runs between $575 and $650. It's not a lot more expensive than the Cascades. They do have 2 quick move-ins. Sorry, I've got so many notes here that I'm trying to make heads or tails of it, and there's a lot. So there's 2 quick move-ins. One of them was $566 was the build price, so that one was actually a little bit lower than typical. So not very many options or upgrades on a less expensive home site. They've got it marked down to $542, so not a huge discount there. Or they do have 2 others so that one was a 3 in a den. They've got 2 others that are done as 4 bedrooms. One was $596 marked down to $499, so that's a huge discount. Or there's another one that was $624 marked down to $534, so that one's like a $90,000 discount as well. So really, really big discounts on those. The next one up is the Gateway, which is about 2,200 square foot. That's also a very popular, in that 2,000 to 2,400 square foot range is super, super popular for most people. So 2,200 square foot, base price $536 or $549, depending on which side you put it in. It's also a 3 in a den, can be converted to 4 bedroom. This is another one that has that 2.5 bath, which is real popular. If you do bump to a 4 bedroom, it bumps that half bath to a 3rd full bath. Typical build price on that is somewhere between $600 and $700. They have 3 quick move-ins of that one as well. One of them is a 4-bed, 3-bath. It was build price on that was $625. It's now $527. So you're talking $98,000 discount. So again, we're in that, just slightly under like 17, 18% off. And then they've got a couple others that are 3 in a den, build prices around $625 as well. Those are marked down to $547 or $548 respectively. Then the Pinnacle, the 2,400 square foot that you saw. And this one is the one that I was telling you has just an absolutely insane deal on, right? 2,400 square foot, 4 in a den, 3 full baths, base price $566. Build price is in that 6.25 to $7.25 range, depending on what side again. They have a quick move in on this one. The build price on it was $630. So not a ton of options, not a very expensive home site. Build price was $630. It's marked down all the way to $509. So that's a $121,000 discount on that home. Then they've got the 2 stories. You've got the Shenandoah, which is 2,600 square feet. Got the option of 4 or 5 bedrooms, anywhere from 2.5 to 4 bathrooms, depending on how you set it up. Base price $593. Typically build out in the $650 to $750 range. No quick move-ins of the 2 stories. They don't build a lot of those in advance because when it comes to larger families and stuff like that, there's so much flexibility in these two homes that it makes it difficult for them to predict what people are going to want. And so it's better to just let people build them the way they want them. And then the Sequoia is 2,800 square foot. It's either a 5 or 6 bedroom plus a den and a loft. And so either 5 and a den plus a loft or a 6 plus a loft. And then 3 or 4 bathrooms, base price $616, typically builds out somewhere between $675 and $775. And then they've got the 2 3-car garage plans. They've got a smaller one called the Hampton, which is 2,300 square feet. That one's either 3 and a den or 4 bedroom, and anywhere from 2 to 3 bathrooms with a 3-car garage. Base price on that one's $625. That one is also going to build out typically between $675 and $775. And then they've got the biggest house in the neighborhood, the Red Rock, which is 3,100 square foot, all on one floor. That's the other thing. I don't remember if I said or not, but the Hampton and the Red Rock are both single-story homes. So if you need a big house, but you don't want a 2-story, the Red Rock is the way to go. It ain't cheap, but 3,100 square feet, 4 in a den plus a game room. You can convert some of that into extra bedrooms if you want. 3.5 baths, 3-car garage. Base price $726, typically going to build out in the $775 to $875 range. Again, those big ones, they don't build a whole lot of quick move-ins. There aren't any. There's a couple other floor plans in there. I don't want this video to get ridiculous. It's already long enough. So if you want somewhere in between there, you didn't hear a house, just call us, text us. Numbers on the screen. Hit me up. Let us know. And if you feel like Sunstone or Sunstone Lakeside is not your community, then let us know that too. But check out these other videos because there's other neighborhoods here in Wellen Park that may be a better fit for you.